Well, hello everyone. How are you? Happy Thursday. This is Carol White, and I am your host for this week's episode of When Life Needs a Detox. Listen, we've all had an interesting week trying to deal with this coronavirus. You know, you may not be able to go to work, your kids are out of school, or you had to go and pick up your college student from campus because of social distancing. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Hang on a second. I want to make sure I've got it. Okay. Yep, we're good. Okay, thank you for joining me. If you're here, let me know you're here. Put something in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you are. I'm just glad you're here. Hang on, let me get everything I need. Listen, I have an extension from last week. So I'm going to try and get through this as fast as possible. I don't want to waste anybody's time if you got to go homeschool your kids or do whatever it is you need to do. So let's get right to it, okay? Today's topic, this week's topic for When Life Needs a Detox is the coronavirus. I have a few more thoughts. Now, the coronavirus has had an effect on the United States more than I thought it would, to be quite honest. Now, that being said, I still do not understand why people are turning to mass hysteria and panic. Now, I've been watching the news and I've been keeping up with Facebook as much as I can stomach. Now, the virus in and of itself does not scare me. Now, medical professionals from established organizations and that I know personally and trust implicitly have given me very sound information as to how to decrease my chances of contracting it. And I've been made aware of the signs of the virus so that I know when to seek medical help. What does scare me is the total and utter lack of human kindness that has now become associated with this virus. I am seeing a side of humanity that not only shocks and disgusts me, but it frightens me as well. Let me give you some examples. For starters, the Orange tragedy in the White House knew about this coronavirus in February and did nothing to stem the tide of it coming into the United States. He minimized the situation and then at the end of the day wanted to deny ever knowing anything about it to begin with. The Orange tragedy then attempts to shift the blame to his predecessor, but then is caught in his own mess after it's discovered that he dismantled the pandemic agency in 2018, which was specifically put in place to handle such an event right after we had that outbreak of Ebola. Now, once again, the Orange tragedy, when offered for free the coronavirus testing kits from the World Health Organization so that all American people could be tested, refused to accept them, stating there was a company in the US that could manufacture them. Now, I could be wrong, but it is possible that this coronavirus is about to make a few people rich. Yeah, I said it. We are going to have to pay for these tests. Now, you know that. And they are going to come a day late and $1 short. Now, the Orange tragedy, as well as the media in general, are using scare tactics to keep control of the general public. Give you an example. The Orange tragedy has referred to the coronavirus as that Chinese disease. Really? Now, this has sparked violence against some Chinese Americans. I saw on Facebook that this poor man, Chinese American, got beat up just for being Chinese because the virus was his fault. Are you freaking kidding me? Now, the media is also misrepresenting facts when it comes to the virus. Now, let's take the hotel in China that was just destroyed by an earthquake. And they had several people die in there. Now, I'm praying for those families. But the media kept referring to it as the hospital. Well, it hasn't been a hospital for a couple of weeks now, because what the media failed to mention was that all of the patients that had been diagnosed with the coronavirus in China had been discharged from all 16 temporary hospitals with clean bills of health. And since these hospitals were no longer needed, they were dismantled. So that hotel was a hotel. It was not a hospital. So why would you misrepresent it in that way? That is just, I can't even explain to you how ridiculous that is. And one more thing. There are now fights over toilet paper. Not, oh, no, you can't have that. I mean, knock down, drag out. Let me get my mama to come help me whoop on you. Fights over toilet paper. I just don't understand this idiotic facet. And this fight that I'm talking about, they actually filmed this. It was in Australia. It was in a supermarket in Australia. This woman and her daughter are hoarding toilet paper. Apparently, some woman was trying to get at the last one. The daughter did a football block against this woman and started the fight over the toilet paper. It got so bad that the manager came down, broke up the fight, told both parties to leave. The mother was so intent on getting her toilet paper, the manager had to call the police and have that woman escorted out. Really, it's y'all. Again, I don't understand this thing about the toilet paper, because there's nothing in what I've read about the coronavirus that makes this hoarding of toilet paper a necessity. It's ridiculous. Now, lastly, about the last example, the absolute last example I have that scares me to death about this coronavirus. Clearwater, Florida, spring break. What the hell? I know I cannot be the only person that saw all of these millennials, college students, flocking to Clearwater, Florida to enjoy spring break. And we're supposed to be on lockdown, on quarantine. None of the bars are open. None of the restaurants are open. But these kids are down in Clearwater, Florida, on the beach, having a great time. Now, Miami closed their beaches. Fort Lauderdale closed their beaches. Clearwater left their beaches open, so all these kids flocked there. Quite frankly, I think the mayor of Clearwater needs to be arrested, because he has allowed these people to congregate when there's a national if I'm not mistaken, a national social distancing lockdown. You you can't have it both ways. And the real scary part is the attitude of these college students concerning the coronavirus. Well, if I get it, I get it. This is my spring break. I think they're just making a big deal out of nothing. I'm going to be honest. I said the same thing. You tell me a virus, I'm thinking, liquids, some aspirin, a little NyQuil, you take some time off. Okay, you deal with what you deal with. But this virus, from what I can understand, is on the scale, let's see, on the low end of the scale, you've got your cold and flu virus. On the top end of this scale, you've got MERS and SARS. MERS and SARS are deadly. The coronavirus, while it is not as deadly as MERS and SARS, it's far more transmissible than a cold, and it's more transmissible than SARS. That's why people are picking it up so fast. It's easily transmittable. That's why they keep telling you to wash your hands. That's why they keep telling you to wipe down your surfaces. Another thing is viruses grow in dehydrated conditions. That's also why they keep telling you to take in liquids, drink water. That it's a virus. There's really nothing that you can do except be sanitary. And this is what they're telling you. This virus, and I'm just gonna say it the way I feel it. This virus is because of nasty people, unsanitary people, people that do not wash their hands when they come out of the toilet, people that will sneeze on their hands and then want to put their hands on you, people that are coughing, not covering their mouths, people that aren't using hand sanitizer. Listen, we got to do better by all of us. And like I said, there's an aspect of this that no one's looking at. Somebody gonna make money off of this. Someone will be making money off of this coronavirus outbreak. Now, the one thing I look at is while all of this is going on, I don't think anybody happened to notice that there is now an oil price war between Russia and Arabia. That's why the gas prices are going so low. But you also have to look at this. Whoever wins this price war gets to control the price of oil. Whoever wins this price war gets to control the price of oil. And whoever controls the price of oil actually controls the financial climate for the world. Gotta pay attention, because this occurred for a reason. I don't believe in accidents. I'm just going to say it. I do not believe in accidents. I believe that you make a choice and that there are consequences to your choice. If you make good choices, you'll have good consequences. When you make bad choices, you got bad consequences. Now, and one thing about this government, that I love America. Don't get it twisted. I love America. This is my home. This is my country. But I know my politicians can be shady as a big oak tree. They can be shadier than the redwood forest. They can be shady as hell. And it is not beyond our politicians and our money grubbing elite to put out something that's going to make them money. Don't ever doubt it. I'm sorry to look away, but there's something going on with my printer over here. I have to check that out later. But like I said, I'm not going to hold you all. But here's the thing. This has happened. There's no going back. But don't panic. Don't go into mass hysteria. You have been given the information to protect yourselves. Use it. But while you're protecting yourselves, look at what is going on around you. A friend of mine, Sonny Wimberly, said a couple of weeks ago, follow the money and you'll find out what's going on with this virus. But now Sonny was talking about, for her to see the severity of the virus, because they canceled the NBA season. There's no, I guess, baseball season has been postponed. Broadway shows have been canceled. You can't go to a restaurant or the movies or anything like that. And she's right. You have to follow the money, but you need to follow the right money. And for me, the right money is who's controlling the price of oil. Also, you want to find out what's going on? Here's the thing. Like I said, the Orange Tragedy refused to take the coronavirus testing kits from the World Health Organization, stating that there is a company in the United States that will manufacture its own. Now, also at the same time, he said that there was a blurb that he had taken $2.9 billion and invested. Now, where do you think he put his investment? I'm just saying. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not making any claims. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all, I had to get that off my chest. I just had to. It's been on my heart for over a week. I had to get it off my chest. But I'm also going to tell y'all, we got other things to deal with. Now, me personally, I am taking all the precautions I can for the coronavirus. But that means washing my hands, wiping down my countertops and surfaces, and drinking water. Consuming vitamin C, orange juice, putting lemon or lime juice in your water. That will help boost your immune system. But see, right now I got other things to deal with, and I'm asking for prayers in this. I just found out Tuesday that my father has prostate cancer, and he's going to start radiation treatments. I got other things to deal with. I can't focus on this because I have other things to deal with. Add to that, my dog had to have surgery. I got to deal with a dog with bad knees while I got bad knees. This is going to be hilarious in this household. It is. But you all take the precautions that you have to take to keep yourselves safe. But don't dwell on this. Once you take the precautions, that's it. It's over. Focus on what is important. This coronavirus will pass. It has a life expectancy, I kid you not, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If it goes past 2 weeks, this means somebody altered the virus. I'm just saying. Well, look, that's my time. And thank you for hanging with me. I know it's been a long one. And I just want to say to everyone, I love you to the moon and back. Stay safe. For those of you that had to go and pick up your children from college because they have shut down the college campuses for the coronavirus and for social distancing, God love you. Stay safe on the roads. For those of you that went to Florida for your spring break, if they quarantine you in Florida, stay your asses in Florida. You don't have the right to bring that crap to your families and to your communities. I love y'all to the moon and back, as I said before. And I want all of you to do everything you can to live your best life. We're going to talk next week, okay? Bye-bye.